This is Innerstar Gazing Yin class with me, Katsi. Today I was thinking about something that the shaman that I work with, he sings all these songs, and there's this one song, and the lyric is, "Your love is the bright shining star of the inner sky of your being." And every time he sings it, I just melt. I'm just like, wow, this is so sweet. And I think it's an important time to remember that this love or this light is here within us. But at the moment, perhaps you feel this burden or this weight or this uncertainty or this what the hell is going on, which can create a barrier to connecting into this peace within yourself. And fear is a very, very, very low vibration. And unless you're trying to attract negative, crappy things into your life, which I hope you're not, you don't want to live from this state. I understand things happen and we might default into that state, but as yogis, we have this hyper awareness where we can realize when we're starting to go down this road of fear, and we can be like, whoa, stop, back up a bit, assess the situation, breathe, let the sensation pass, and redirect your energy. So last night, yesterday's class was all about directing your energy and stoking this fire and noticing where you put your energy in life. And energy isn't just taking action, it's also your thoughts. So what you spend your day thinking about, maybe perhaps in your yin practice, you're like, that was a waste of time. And it's better to assess it now so you know how to make the change moving forward. But we can work on releasing, so what we can do is raise our vibration and live from a higher state, and thus will attract greater things. We can use this time that is so surreal to create so much magic. Now we get to melt together. So you can start your playlist if you haven't already. You'll want a few props. I understand you're at home, so just take what you can. Blankets, pillows, couch cushions, blocks, books, whatever. You'll get to enhance your creativity throughout the practice. Cool. So I will meet you on your mat. Why don't we get started with Viparita Karani? If that sounded like a foreign language to you, it's because it is. But it's legs up the wall. So you can find a wall, find a space, or you can just simply lie down on your back and extend your legs straight up like so. If you want to make this more of a restorative shoulder stand, you can take a block or a bolster, and you come into it like a restorative bridge. You elevate your seat, you slide the prop underneath your low back, and you extend your legs straight up towards the sky. So if you're like, why is she on her phone all the time? My phone is on airplane mode, Flugmodus. Okay, well now it is. But I will use a timer. It's not because I'm super German now, but it's because in Yin, we hold the poses for a given amount of time. So don't think did she fall asleep? Don't worry, I have a timer. And as you come into this position, you can close your eyes and just start to listen to the sweetness of your breath as it starts to sparkle throughout your entire body. And naturally, as you stay here, you'll start to feel yourself melting any stress, anxiety, washing away. And if you don't feel like you are moving in that direction, simply deepen your breath in and exhale everything out. To take our journey deeper inwards, we'll layer on samavriti breathing. So this is an inhale with a retention and an exhale and then a retention. So you create space, you might even float into space. You hold your breath, you connect to the spaciousness. The exhale allows you to soften and melt. And then you hold as you connect to this stillness, this silence. So let's take a deep breath in, just to clear. Then exhale everything out. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Take it in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in deeper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 und halten. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 und aus. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 und halten. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tief einatmen. Feel the space, the light traveling through your body. And hold. Feel the elevation, lifting up, rising above the low vibration. Exhale out. Feel the release, the softening, the tuning in. And hold. Relish in the stillness. Listen to what it has to offer. Breathe in deeper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and aus. Release. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue on. Take it in. Light yourself up. Hold. House. Hold. Continue on with normal breath. Feel free to stick with this rhythm of samavriti, bringing balance into the mind. into the body. And any thoughts that pass by, let them fly by through the mind's eye like a shooting star. Maybe it becomes this vision of you dancing amidst the stars. From here, you'll slowly bend your knees and bring the soles of the feet back to the earth. If you have a prop underneath you, elevate your hips, slide your prop out of the way, and then extend your legs straight back up towards the new moon that we're having now. And you can start to trace the outline of the moon, even though it's new and it's not even, you can't see it, it's still there. And you can make the circles as small or as large as you want. So as a yogi fun fact, legs up the wall, we did it for 8 minutes, but if you do it for 15 minutes, go ahead and switch the direction of your leg circles. If you do it for 15 minutes, it's equivalent to a 4-hour nap. I don't know anyone who says they don't need sleep these days, unless you're Bikram. He claims he doesn't need sleep, but like, come on. He's such an asshole, so you need sleep unless you're trying to be an asshole. Sorry for my foul mouth. This is what working for yourself is like. But next time you bring your legs over to the right side, bend your knees, and let the knees just drop over to the side, and we'll take a spinal twist. Yeah. And you can use your right hand to gently guide the left thigh down, and you can gaze over your left shoulder. So twisting in general is what helps us digest. You're not just digesting all your quarantine meals, yeah, or your stress eating or whatever, but we are digesting a lot these days. Unless you are living in a bubble, there's a lot going on, and this can have an effect on our mental state, our emotional state, even physically. So when you twist, it helps you digest the information. And just like how you take in food, your digestive system allows you to absorb what nourishes you so it can fulfill you. valuable lessons might be learned in these times. And then what you no longer need just gets turned into crap. It's released. So as you tune into your twist here, just breathe deep. Let the inhales kind of attach to what it is that you need to release. And as you exhale, imagine it washing out of your body. Long, deep breathing. Take a deep breath in where you are. And exhale everything out. From here, you can roll back onto your spine. And then it's helpful if you scoot your hips slightly over towards the right, and then drop the knees over to the left. And same thing here. You can allow the left hand to guide the right thigh down. Gaze over the right shoulder if that feels okay for your neck. And just feel your face softening, relax through the jaw. Feel everything melting, dropping in. And if it's difficult to reach that state, again, just return to either samavriti breathing, or just allow your exhales to come out a bit longer. Now stimulating your descending colon. Connect back to your deep breath, feeling into your body what you've released. Om Sadak Samrita. Come back through center. And from here, you can bend your knees out to the side. Take a hold of the outside edges of the feet. So you come into happy baby. And by gently pulling the feet down towards the earth, you can feel a gentle awakening there in the hips. As you start to guide the knees to the outside of the ribs, you can imagine that there's this gentle force pressing into the balls of your feet as your knees keep working down. And start to reach your tailbone down towards the end of the mat to find length in your lumbar spine. Always connect to long, deep breathing to help acclimate into the position. In the Yin practice, it gives perspective to see and to feel into yourself in a whole new way. And the deeper you breathe, the deeper the exploration. The more you can start to feel into what's going on, to what might feel blocked. If you're feeling curious, you can play with extending one leg out to the side, and bending the other knee, extending the leg out. Do as you like, you're at home. And from here, we'll bring our feet together, the soles of the feet pressed together. Wrap your hands around the outside edges of the feet, and then simply pull your feet in towards your chest, and towards your core, and then press your knees away from you. So it's like shadowy, like butterfly. And you'll feel the lengthening of your spine, and you can just simply even move the feet from side to side, again just feeling into the hips. Keep guiding the knees away. Take a deep breath in. Exhale a long sigh out. Hug your knees in together. Give yourself a nice big hug, because let's be real, this is the only hug you can get these days. And you'll just rock side to side, and then turn this rocking to going up and down on your spine. Then you'll come all the way up to sit. So our next pose will be dragon pose. You might also know it as lizard, Uttanapristhasana, classic name. So for lizard, if you want props to rest your elbows on, you can take those for yourself. And how you're going to set it up is you're going to step your right foot towards the outside edge of the mat. There's a plant there. I've made so much physical contact with this plant. It's nice. It's the only physical contact I can give. But anyways, enough about what's happened in my life. Let's go into the lizard life. So the right foot is going to be towards the outside edge of the mat, and then you're lowering down the tip of your left thigh bone. Yeah. Now, fear, the energy of fear, is actually stored in your hip flexor. So the point right below the hip, right at the top of the quad. So this might be hella sensational for you. And if that's the case, I suggest you breathe deeper, or you can take a prop and you can slide the bolster underneath the top of the thigh bone so it's less distance that it has to melt down into it. Yeah? And you can bring other props in front of you so that you can lower your left elbow down and then your right elbow down. And this is what's going to allow you to really soften into the pose. Now, I didn't mention this earlier, but in Yin, if you're new, we work on playing with our edge. And this is also like going slightly outside of your comfort zone in order to find growth. So your shape can evolve over time. That's part of why we stay in these positions for a while. So ways that you can evolve, you don't have to do it now, but just know that it's on the horizon if you want to go there. But you can, again, remove the prop from underneath the back thigh. You can remove the prop from underneath the elbows. And to get a bit sweeter to the good stuff of the hips, you can bring your left elbow out to the side and your right elbow out to the side so your chest melts down. So essentially, you bring your fingertips in and your elbows out. In this way, it's like you're opening up the window for your heart to soften down. And so your heart gets connection with the earth. How beautiful. I like to drink tea in my lizard pose as well. You have to stay hydrated to wash out the fear. And also journal. I don't suggest you write emails in this pose. They'll be very emotional. Maybe slightly aggressive. You can always write it first and assess it later after your meditation. And again, a form of release is exhaling, of course, and also crying, laughing, sighing, making any sort of noise. And that's sort of a special treat of practicing at home is that you don't have to hold back on yourself. Maybe your roommates or your parents or your partner or whoever you live with might think you're a bit weird, but I mean, embrace it. You know. And whatever you do, don't resist what's coming up. It's coming up for a reason, but you'll have better clarity as to what the message is if you let your breath carry it out. Remember, you can always adjust the pose to go deeper, or just simply listen to your exhale. If you're feeling into some energy that feels a bit stuck or sticky, what I can suggest is that you take a very soft movement of just swaying the hips from side to side. Just be mindful that if your knee falls out to the side, you want your foot to be flexed so that you protect the knee. And wow, whoa, some interesting stuff there. You don't have to attach the sensation to anything. Just focus on releasing. Almost there. Stay with it. Let it out. Have a long exhale, a sigh. Empty it out. Everything that you've been storing. The hips are like this emotional storage department. So dramatic. Let it go. Breathe in deep. Exhale out. Once more, deep breath in. And let it all release. Seuss. You can walk your hands up now. Crawl out of your lizard pose. And just very slowly shift your hips back to find length in your right leg. Become into a runner stretch. We're just working through some transitional poses here before we go to the next side. So you can stay here if this is what speaks to you. You can also take a three-legged dog, lifting your right leg up high towards the sky. You can circle out through the leg and just be mesmerized by what has opened up, what has loosened up in your hip space. It's amazing what can happen in just a short bit of time. And now, without hesitation, you'll move to lizard on the other side. So if you were joining me, it should be your left leg is forward now. Your right foot steps back. My candle in. So to create a lot of length in your lizard, you can kind of inch your right leg back. Back it up. Bring your arms to the inside like you did before. Lower down to the tip of the thigh bone. Treat each side like it's a new friend, meaning whatever happened before on the other side won't happen here, or there might be some similarities, there might not be. I've set the timer, so we're here now. You wiggle into it, breathe deep into it. Lower the elbows down. If you haven't already, or work in that direction. And Palo Santo yourself. So I wrote about this a little bit today, where I addressed comfort zones. So I feel like with everything going on, it has just been like pushed out of comfort zones. Some of us have lost our jobs. Some of us have had to recreate jobs. Many of us have had to completely change our routine. Our security has been jeopardized. Our basic survival needs have been jeopardized. And actually, in doing poses like this, it helps restore your root chakra as well. It also helps connect you to your second chakra, this place of creativity. So if you've been feeling this instability, that's an even bigger reason to stay in this pose and breathe into it. But when you are pushed out of your comfort zones, you find room for growth and ways to evolve. And I know that isn't rocket science. We all get that. But we all like to think about the butterfly, the caterpillar, if you're me, or a caterpillar. And I really sincerely feel that this is a cocoon phase for us all. The time of transformation, the time of really tuning in, so that when we are out of this and we emerge as butterflies, we are able to live this more fulfilling, creative, spontaneous life. But now we are cocooning, and we must honor this part of the process. You feel like journaling it out, reflecting on your process is a good pose to do it in. And I'll just allow you to be here with yourself for the next bit of time. You've already been here for a while, so if you want to get deeper, you can move in that direction as well. About halfway there. You're almost there. Perhaps even take these last few minutes to really relish in the experience, to breathe even deeper. Feel into the deeper layers, these mysterious parts of the hips that are yearning to have some light shined into it. It's a very dark, mysterious place. But when you breathe into it, this is what sends the prana, the vital life force energy, into it. So it shines light into the darkness diminishes, and then what's left is this understanding. You're able to assess, again, what is there, what needs to be seen, what needs to be heard. Give one more sweet breath into it. Exhale everything out completely. Walk your hands up, and just like we did before, simply shift your hips back, lengthen through your left leg. Oh, wow. And then you can move into three-legged dog. I keep tickling this plant. Oh, feisty thing. Ah, nice. Come back through center now. And what we're going to do is work deeper into our hips. We'll take ankle to knee, fire log pose. So we're going to first take your left leg on top. So what this looks like is your right shin comes forward, parallel with the top side of your mat. And your left leg, if you want to circle it out a little bit, you can. You've already warmed it up quite a bit. And then you're going to keep your left foot flexed and stack the left ankle on top of the right knee. And so that your left knee is on top of the right ankle. Now this is one of those shapes that looks different for everyone. So I'll break it down for you. I was once a beginner as well. I've also had to rebuild my entire body and learn it in a whole new way. So what I can suggest is you can take a prop, something to sit on top of, and you can sit at the very edge of the prop. So in other words, you don't want to sit at the very back, because then what happens is you create this posterior tilt of the pelvis, and you're rounding in, and it's going to be impossible for your knees to drop down. But if you come to the very, very edge, your right shin is down, your left ankle comes on top. Again, if there's space between the knee and the ankle, it's okay. You're still a great yogi, as long as you're breathing deep and you're having clear thoughts. But this will create an interior tilt of the pelvis. If you don't have props to sit upon, it's okay. What I can suggest is that you roll your shoulders back and take your fingerspitzes, the fingertips right behind you, and then breathe into the heart. Breathe into the love. Bright, shining star, the inner sky of being. When you breathe into it, you can take a little shimmy of the hips, and then as you exhale, start to lengthen and then melt yourself forward. And you might hinge just this much. That's okay. And then you bring your fingertips out in front of you. And you inhale, pull the heart forward, and exhale, fold. And inhale, pull the heart forward, and exhale, fold. If you have props, or if you have something, maybe it's your cat. Nikki. That's my cat's name. Nikki. palm Mickey over. You can lower your forehead down and let your arms just drop beside you. If anything that I just said is like, not resonating, you don't feel it, nothing's working, just take a simple, like cross-legged seat, but bring your left shin in front and you can fold forward from there. Okay. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. Sometimes we get into these intense positions and we tense up. Energy will not flow smoothly if you're tense. Allow yourself to soften. Allow yourself to dive in. Begin these hip openers, these forward folds are a really nice way to enhance the energy there in the root chakra, the first chakra, and the second chakra. Again, this is where your foundation is. And for many of us, it feels like our foundation has been a bit shaken up as we've had to rebuild our lives. So being here and really breathing deep into it helps to nourish your roots. To stabilize your foundation. So that as we continue to cocoon ourselves, the moment we emerge out as butterflies, that the essence of us has been restored. You have a strong foundation, you can build anything on top of it. Weak foundations, everything will just crumble. You're feeling into any intensity, let the exhales come out. You even try like an audible, like, oh, it's so attractive, I know, but it's really helpful. Now we're going to spend just a minute more here. So as an option, 2 options, yeah? You can take a side stretch, bring your right hand down, reach your left arm up and overhead. Drop the head down. You start to breathe open through the left side of your body. But you can bring the left elbow to the arch of the left foot. So you kind of, as you exhale, you slice it over. The elbow might even come down to the floor. And then you prayer your hands and press the right palm down into the left. And that's where you also get a twist. So you work on, again, detoxifying. Definitely deep breathing here. As you exhale, if you're twisting, it's an invitation to go deeper. You can simply adjust yourself in that direction by gently pressing the right palm down into the left and keep spiraling your heart up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. Oh, well as Alice. Wow. Deep work, people. Sit back. Soles of feet together. Butterfly out the knees. Shake it out a bit. I hope you stayed there with me. We're all in this together. Lots of release. A lot to tap into. So much to explore. Sincerely feel that the sooner we figure this out, the sooner we're let out of our rooms. I could pretty much feel on that last week. But for now, other side. So your left leg is forward. You bring your right leg up and you say hello to your right hip and your left hip. Wait, you don't even know what's coming. It's going to be so magical and you're going to love it. You're going to release everything that's holding you back from my highest potential. You tell your hip what it's going to do. And then flex through the foot. And then right ankle on top of the left knee. Ankle to knee. The ancient gurus were so wise when they named this pose. We shall call this one ankle to knee, because your ankles are on top of your knee. Flex the feet, take the props that you need. It's the same deal as what was on the other side. You can bring your hands behind you, elevate. But take your time to ease into it, to work into your depths. Starting now. First inhaling deep, and exhaling. Deep breath in. And exhale, you can hinge forward. And then just start working into your limits. There might be a point as you progress where you stop and you settle because it's interesting. Linger there. Give permission to yourself to be at complete peace despite what's happening. Remember to continue to breathe deep so that you continue to unravel what's buried there in the hips. Imagine the breath sparkling through the body. This theory that we're all made of stardust. So perhaps even connect to that imagery here. Imagining all your cells, dazzling stars, working cohesively together. Healthy, bright, and serving. These stars, they shine so bright that they begin to radiate beyond the surface level. Give yourself the soft glow, essence, this protective shield. Dispels all negativity. You feel once again protected and secured, and comforted, being in your body. Take a deep breath in where you are. And exhale it all out. Come up out of this position. And then once again, you have your options. You're keeping with the ankle to knee, of course. But you will take your left arm out to the side. Feel free just to take a side stretch. Spiraling the heart up. You can take a few moments here. Or if you want, you maintain this length, but you twist, you rotate around the axis of your spine. And to get deeper, bring the elbow down. Prayer your hands. And press down left palm into right to facilitate the rotation. More or less our peak pose. No peak implies that it's intense, in which it is. The more important that you use your breath to clear out the intensity, space for something brighter, make space for something brighter to evolve into. For health, for abundance, for peace, for clarity. Whatever you wish to call in, call it in. Take a deep breath in where you are. What else? Oh, amazing. Loosen up a bit. Take what you need. We're going to come into one last asana before your final relaxation. So something that I really love doing before going to bed is wide-legged forward fold. And very clever, those yogis. You take your legs wide, and you might find that you'll go a bit wider because you worked very deep, so you can move your tea and candles out of the way. And for this pose, it's nice to have some props. So if you just have a pillow, take a few pillows, stack them up as you like. So you can just be here. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Another way is you can take, you have more of like a block or something at home, bring it a bit high, and allow your forehead to rest upon it. And in the cuddly version, you know me, I love to cuddle. You can bring a prop or a block or something like this in front of you, and so that I'll take two even. And it's going to look like this from the side, where you stack it, and then you bring the other bolster or pillow on top, so it makes an incline. And you'll lie down on top of the bolster, and then you wrap your arms underneath. So, pick what you want. First, of course, it's the same thing you have to think about with the ankle to knee. You want to create an interior tilt of the pelvis, so the hips are tipping forward. When you are rounding back, you will create pain in the low back. And I really hope you're not trying to create pain for yourself. Life is hard enough. Let's dissolve the pain. So tip the hips forward, creating extension of the spine. And then inhale, find your legs. And exhale, you can hinge forward. And then you keep finding length and coming forward. And then you can take your arms, wrap them underneath the bolster. If you're taking this variation, take your cheek down to the side. This is social distancing cuddling at its finest. Of course, just allow yourself to soften and drop in. It's a really nice asana that helps you to slow things down. Allow your breath to make things a bit slower. You'll take a deep breath in to feel back into your body. And exhale, let everything wash out. Slowly you can start to roll up through your spine to come to stand, or not stand, but to sit nice and tall. So this portion of the practice is for you. Take a minute or two to take what you need, and eventually you'll work into Shavasana or a restorative pose of your choice. What I can offer you as a suggestion for a restorative pose is a Supta Baddha Konasana, but using your props. So if you have your props set up like so, forward fold, it's the same thing. I'll show you moving it over to the side. Supta just means lying down the back, and Baddha Konasana is like schmetterling, butterflies, soles of feet together, knees wide. So we can dream of our days of being butterflies. If the gravity is too much for the knees, and it starts to pull here on the inner thighs and the groin, you can take props underneath the knees to keep them elevated. From here, you just recline back. And so, again, you can take a restorative pose such as this. I mean, you're at home. You can live your best life. You can do as you please. Or you can take Shavasana, a restorative pose. Shavasana is just restorative, but lying down on your back, you can take a bolster underneath your knees. But take these next few moments to move in a direction that serves you. Hope you are in a position where you're able to really fully melt down and drop in. So just like you would do in any Shavasana or in any sound bath, you'll find yourself in this position. Just start to close your eyes. You can take a deep breath in and exhale everything out completely. Breathe in sweetly and exhale, let everything wash out. And at the end of your exhale, Imagine that you're connected to this bright star, the center of your being, the center of your heart. And as you continue to breathe in, the starlight begins to shine a bit brighter, kissing all the other stars within you. And you feel yourself become radiant. And again, this light begins to shine outside of yourself, beyond the room, beyond the building. And the exhale, you feel this light, the cosmic force, being pulled into every pore of your being. And you feel it concentrating once again, the center of yourself, the center of the heart. And with your inhale, the light begins to dazzle through you, shining beyond you, beyond the room, beyond the building, beyond your state, beyond your country. In the exhale, the light begins to draw back in, moving in all the positive light, all the energy that you need to restore yourself, and you feel it stored right there at the center of the heart. And once again, you breathe in so deep, and this light begins to expand and shine beyond you, the building, the state, the country, beyond the world. You see this halo protecting the world. And the exhale zooms you right back into your center where the light is concentrated. You can continue to connect to this energy and just simply allow yourself to drift off into space. Good news is, while practicing at home, like we've mastered teleporting, finally. So you're more than welcome to stay where you are, to relish in the bliss, to reflect on what has been discovered. on this intergalactic journey that we went on. But otherwise, I will guide you. So as you start to breathe deep into your body, and you reinvite this prana, this life force, back into your being. You feel it, you imagine it sparkling through your entire body as you begin to reawaken every level of yourself, every facet of your being. And in this getting to knowing of the self, take a little slow dance and move into the rhythm with your breath as you start to feel into the fingertips and into the toes. And eventually you can start to roll yourself over onto your right side. The heart is above. Giving gentle pressure into the earth, you can start to lift yourself up to find yourself in a meditative position. Meditation means to become familiar with. So in essence is becoming familiar with yourself, this bliss, this peace, this spark. It's always lit. You might not have control over what happens externally, but we have full control over how we handle the situation, over how we direct our energy. And what helps you rise above the situation is coming into this meditative seat, and so that in the stillness there is clarity into how you see yourself, into how you see the world, into how you perceive everything going on around you, so you see it from this lens of truth. When you connect to the truth, you're able to direct your energy in a way that better serves you, better serves the world, better serves your neighbor. So look at this time of staying in, to go in, to explore, to navigate, to feel. And you can bring your hands to the heart center as a gesture of gratitude to yourself for taking the time to slow down, taking the time to journey inwards, taking the time to really see and feel what is going on to facilitate your process. Remember, there's many things to be thankful for, and in giving gratitude, it naturally lifts your vibration. So be mindful as to how your energy transcends throughout the evening, throughout the week, as you continue to move forward in life. And do your best to stay elevated, to stay bright, so you continue to attract what nourishes you, what nurtures you throughout this process. And in giving thanks to coming together, we'll close in celebration with the sound of Om. Take a deep breath in to clear. Exhale out. Then to sing from that bright, shining star of your being. Vielen Dank für alles.